David, into the Glasgow Cup final, 2-1 victory over Queen's Park. What were your thoughts on the performance from the boys overall?
I thought it was a really enjoyable first half. That's probably the first thing. I think, well, a bit slow at the start, but once we found our rhythm, I thought we had a lot of control in the game. I said to the lads, we want to be really energetic, really aggressive when we don't have the ball, gave them a couple of different structural things we thought would be effective within the game. But maybe one or two backups if that wasn't the case. They did that. We had a lot of good opportunities off the back of particularly regain situations, really quick transitions. Probably could have been and should have been more comfortable at half time. An excellent goal from Thompson, I have to say though. But one or two other ones that we really could have kind of been more comfortable, I would suggest, at half time. A strong influence of different age groups around the group as well today. In the last few weeks we've been training with different numbers of players for different reasons, running with the 18s programme. A number of players training with the first team, so training with less bodies for what we consider the B team group. So we went to this game and brought together a group of players to try and find a way of making sure we perform well, but obviously win the game as well. And I look at particularly obviously the first year influence of Alex Lowry coming back in for his first game, and we gave him 30 minutes to try and build himself back into it. And that was a pre-planned sort of situation. And Ryan Jack getting 45, and I think for our young lads to feel that experience around them, to have that influence around them, was evident, not only just in the game and the time itself, but you can look at the preparation leading up to it in the team meetings and around the dressing room as well. So that was excellent for them. Second half probably a wee bit different. I thought we got a little bit ragged at times out of possession. I had to try and find that calmness again, and I thought they did that well, and I managed to see the game.
Yeah, how pleasing was that quality that you showed, especially in the first half, and did you feel you had to show perhaps a different side to your game to dig in towards the end of the game?
Well, games are not always going to run the same way for 90 minutes, so we were really pleased with how we played with the ball in the first half. The second half, like I said, I don't think we did as much control, and that's to try and get that sort of message on that when the game feels a certain way, you need to be difficult to play against and come back in a more tight and compact shape, and maybe not go chasing Queen's Park when they're building the game, and then allow certain players to have the ball in their team and then pick the moment to go and get the regain. So we tried to get that message. We eventually got to it. Then we get the second goal, an excellent finish from Finlay Curtis after a good bit of play down the right hand side with Archie and I think it was Conor Allen. So they've scored an excellent goal, I have to say, as well. Mason's not done an awful lot to do, which again is testament to how we've been out of possession, even though we probably had to do a little bit of change in the second half to try and get better control of the pitch. But then when you've got to dig deep, you've got to be resilient, you've got to find different ways to influence the game when you don't have the ball, and particularly think about the forward players, because their natural instincts to be effective with the ball, but to impact the game sometimes you need them to be in the right areas at the right time and guide the game, get pressure, get contact to try and make it difficult for the opposition. So mixture of a lot of things, but to get to go and win the game, to get to a final, that's always got to be something they've got to be, making sure we get the opportunity to do that, we go and hit it.
Yeah, you mentioned obviously the opportunity to get a first teamer like Ryan Jack some much needed minutes. How much of just a beneficial experience is it for some of even the younger players, 07s, just to be around someone like that before the game, during the game and after the game as well?
It's beneficial, of course it is. Our lads in this group, as I said, it's a mixture of ages. We've got players in there, first year under 18s, a number of them involved, if not from the starting and from the bench. 06s in there as well, a number of them still aged for under 18s. So yeah, they've had a couple of moments to go and train at first team for different situations, but to feel it in a game environment where it's less sterile, there's a bit more uncertainty around what that game might look like. I thought Ryan's approach to it was excellent, and for him he's got to be selfish. He's trying to find his way, get himself back into the moment to go and play and go and make it difficult for the manager to leave him out. So he's got to be selfish. Alex the same, having a wee bit of time out as well, coming back from injury. But I said to him before the game, I want our boys to benefit from their input, their experience, but equally at the same time I want our boys to not wait on the senior players to decide what the game's going to look like. I thought, again, particularly the first half, I thought the balance between both was what we were looking for, and it's a credit to the lads.